on today's show.
So we all know R2-D2 and C-3PO.
But today we get to meet Team 4549B.
They will be representing Enver Creek Secondary at the VEX Robotics World Championships.
Let's go meet them.
The robotics team here at Enver Creek is a group of about 25 students, and that's split up into 5 teams that fall under the umbrella of Enver Creek Robotics. They all compete individually at competitions, but they all work together as a larger team here in the school.
Being on this team, it's more than just a team, it's like a family, and you become one with everyone around you, and your teacher is no longer your teacher, he's like a friend, like a family, like a parent, and the togetherness just keeps me here, and competing is also really interesting and exciting.
We all come together and we know exactly, when the school bell rings and we come to this class, we know that we have to get to work. And, because we have a competition coming up and we want to make it to that high level, it's fun when you do achieve what you aim to achieve. It's also cool when you don't and you get to learn about what you should improve on and, all that stuff.
Robotics is highly technical. The coding has to be precise.
I'm coding the arm for our robot. So what I'm trying to do is make it move up and make the motor run for a couple seconds.
What was happening before?
Before, it would run for way too long and then it would get stuck right here. Stop it.
I'm just basically coding a function so to upload to our brain so it can control our bot.
Okay, that's cool. How does it work?
So basically, I have many files here, and what I have is basically there's this joystick, and then what I'm trying to make is that if I put this forward, the left drive of the bot goes forward, and if I put this forward, the right side goes forward.
Okay, so here are the controls. So this joystick controls the right side of the robot.
There's these balls that we have, these yellow plastic balls, and you gotta shoot them at flags that are elevated above the ground. And the higher you shoot, the more points you score. Basically, by the end of a minute 30, you should have all the colored pieces on the field towards your alliance color. So if my team is the color blue, we gotta make all the game pieces blue by the end.
The top one.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, the top one is to bring it in.
The skills the students learn are much more than robot building and competition.
Being in the robotics club, you learn a lot of different skills, time management and working as a team. And apart from that, you learn a lot of coding, building, problem solving, which are all skills you need in every type of job you want to do in the future. And also, it helps you get more creative, as just like arts. It helps you get creative in solving problems.
At the competition, students are expected to not only work on the robot and compete with the robot, but they're also expected to communicate what they've done through a notebook to the judges, to communicate what the robot does, what their team has done to be a better team. So you have to do research on scouting and understand, there's a little bit of sports analytics there. You got to understand how good each robot is. You have to sell yourselves to other robots. If you don't happen to be the top, if you end up at the top of the round robin, great, you get to pick whoever you want. But if you don't, you have to tell someone why you would be the ideal partner for them. It's very much, it's essentially selling a product to another business. That's what ends up coming out of that.
Wow, look at all these awards. And even a mention at the House of Commons? That's impressive.
We had such a great time meeting all the people in the Enver Creek Robotics program.
This is Maddie.
And this is Lily.
Signing off for Gen Y.
On a cold Saturday night in Cloverdale, we found teens walking for an important cause. Let's go check it out. With over 133 locations across Canada, the coldest night of the year raises money for charities dedicated to helping the hungry, homeless, and hurting in the community.
A walk in the dark on one of the coldest nights of the year so that the community can understand what it's like to be out on the street when it's cold and it's wet and it's miserable. And then you can come back and stand in line in a soup kitchen kind of style, so you can kind of get what it would be like to come and eat at a soup kitchen.
I will admit that I was surprised to hear that Cloverdale had such a need.
The Cloverdale Community Kitchen operates 3 programs, one being our community meals, and on an evening we serve about 75 to 95 people. So you'll have some of the homeless, about 25 people. We have a growing number of working poor, so these people are just able to afford their housing, and so they're coming and eating here. And then we have a lot of seniors that their pensions aren't going as far anymore and they're lonely, and so they come and eat together.
I'm here with Serena and Justin, so tell us what's happening today.
So we're here for the coldest night of the year, which is a great big walk, and it's a huge fundraiser that, a lot of people come to, and we're here representing Lord Tweedsmuir Secondary.
We're always looking for opportunities to get involved and give back to the community, and we thought it was a great opportunity because it's more of a local event. It's a good cause, it's for a good cause, and at the end it feels really rewarding, and it doesn't take much effort, it doesn't take that long to be here.
Today I learned that poverty is everywhere, even close to home.
Well, I've known people like family, friends who are just normal people, and sometimes they need help, like some more food to eat or just support from their community. So it's nice to come out and be those people to support them.
I learned that you may necessarily not have to be homeless to have the need to come to the community kitchen. It can help. It's just a good cause as it helps people who just need the food to make ends meet.
Well, it's usually more overlooked, but there are people in the community who are in need, and the fact that the community kitchen here is putting together this event, I think it was really helpful.
In addition to the walk, there were fun activities, so I decided to take part. Do you have a message to youth who would want to get involved in this?
Yeah, I would say totally get involved because it's something nice to do for your community. And even though you might be busy with school and stuff, it doesn't take much to fundraise some money and come out for a night to walk and support your local charity.
And it's a nice group event to do with your friends and everyone in your family just to come. It's such a nice environment to be around, walking through downtown Cloverdale with the lights and everything. And it's just a nice happy time.
We all feel really good about doing this for the community, and it's something that brings us all together, and it's a great time with friends. It's awesome.
That was amazing. Close to 500 walkers and $100,000 raised for the Cloverdale Community Kitchen. Check out their website for more information. This is Jaheim signing out for Gen Y.
After the break, Gen Y will be right back.
A message from the Government of Canada.
Welcome back to Gen Y.
So Maddie, can you sing?
Well, I think so, but we'll see once we meet the Crescent Youth Choir.
Let's go.
Singing, it's a whole different experience. It kind of I get completely lost in the music and what I'm doing, especially with choir. When you're singing with someone, with a group, and you want to be a part of it and make the whole group sound good, you have to really focus on what you're doing. So it completely cuts you off from any problems that are going on in life, and you can just really focus on what you're doing.
Crescent Youth Choir is a choir for teens in the White Rock and South Surrey area. We have about 35 singers, 35 to 40, sometimes depending on the week, and they're sort of ages 13 all the way up to 20, 21, 22. So some are in grade 8 and all the way through high school, and then some have recently graduated high school.
The time with the youth is one of the reasons Samara really enjoys directing the choir.
It's a rehearsal that I look forward to so much during the week. I love that I have a group of extremely dedicated and kind and respectful and busy teens that still make time amidst soccer and dance and golf and band and all these other things that they do to come each week and to sing. And I feel like we get to do so much more than just sing. We get to really connect with one another and build relationship too.
Yeah, okay, got that. Choir's kind of like a family, like you know everyone there and you come at the same time and you sing together, which is kind of weirdly bonding. And it's really nice to go and see people, and I love to sing.
I really love the family aspect of it. You know, you get to know every single kid here, and it's just really, it's a community, and you look forward to it every single weekend.
We asked what happens at a typical rehearsal.
As a singer, your voice is very much tied to your body. It's your instrument. So we do lots of breathing and stretching, and then we do a variety of vocal exercises, things for working on connecting our breath to our sound and extending our range. Working on things like tone, vowel production.
We learned about what it is like to get ready for concerts.
Our concerts are really, really fun. We get all dressed up in our outfits and dresses and stuff, and I feel like especially the big final concerts in June, those are really special because it has the most people and it has every single one of the choirs that show up there, and it's just really fun working with the women's choir and the children's choir also.
My performances are like what I look forward to the most in choir because it's really a chance to show off like what we've been working so hard on, and it's good when like my family comes to watch and then I can show them that I'm doing something.
It's really cool because usually we do it like the whole choir community, so there's more than just us. So we sing like 2 or 3 songs, then we go off and we come back on and we sing 2 or 3 songs, and it's super fun. It's really nice to perform in front of people.
We learned that choir is for everyone.
Choir is for anyone who wants to be a part of a group, anyone who's looking to have music in their life or to find new friends, or anyone who enjoys music. And you don't have to be good at singing because you're singing with everyone else. So it's not about being heard and about being the best singer, it's about being part of the group.
I feel like a lot of people think of singing as like an embarrassing thing, or as like, oh, you have to get up and perform in front of people, but it's not that. It's a super fun thing to do, and it's more about making friends than singing, I would say. It's a super fun thing.
Choir, I guess, would be for literally every single person, whether you know how to sing, whether you like to sing. There's always room to learn, and I feel like everybody has some sort of choral tune in them. Definitely, if you like to sing, come here. It's definitely a really great place to learn.
You can reach us on our website at crescentchoirs.com, which has all the info about our different choirs, how to join, upcoming concerts or festivals or events. And you can also follow us on Instagram at Crescent Choirs, or find us on Facebook as well.
Wow, I would love to be able to sing like that.
Yeah, we should definitely take a class.
Let's check out their website for more information.
Good idea. This is Lily.
And this is Maddie.
Signing out for Gen Y.
I was born in Syria. I was born in Syria.
I was born in Syria.
I was born in Syria.
I saw people killed by explosions. It made me feel nervous and bad. My family decided to leave.
I moved to Jordan when I was 10, hoping to have a better life.
We took a bus to Lebanon. It's safer, but I couldn't go to school. They said there was no space. I got a job helping a plumber and doing deliveries. It was hard work.
I got a job driving a taxi. I was 16 years old.
In Jordan, we stay in the refugee camp, but the condition is horrible. There's no school, no work, no nothing. So my family, we got smuggled out. And then we found the United Nations, and we became refugees to Canada.
When we were in Egypt, United Nations called my mom. They asked if she want to move the family to Canada. She said yes right away.
At first, we said no, because we didn't speak English, and we are scared to go on airplanes. My dad told me Canada is a good place. I will get an education.
After 3 years living in Jordan, the United Nations called my dad. My dad said yes, and we moved here the same year.
I felt good because I knew will be school and opportunity. I also felt sad because I'm gonna leave my friends and I'm going to leave everything behind me, like my work and my people.
When we arrived, I saw things I have never seen before. The buildings, the schools, how people respect each other.
Canada is a safe place and is a good place for my family to live. My dream is to be a mechanical engineer.
I hope to get my citizenship, make Canada my country.
Now that we are in Canada, my mother is happier. We are all happier. My name is Bashar. I'm a Syrian boy.
A few months ago, a girl named Quinn started talking to me online. And over time, she became my best friend, my only friend. The thing is, the more we talked, the more possessive she became. It didn't matter. I didn't have any other friends anyways. One day we agreed to meet up, so I told her where I lived. We decided to meet at the ferry. Turns out, I knew Quinn just about as well as you know me.
After the break, Gen Y will be right back.
How you doing, young lady? Come on in. You want to have a seat? And no, that's actually perfect.
Hi, Kids Help Phone. Hi. Can I talk to someone? Sure. You can talk with me. Okay. It's okay. Take your time. I want to kill myself. Okay, I'm really glad you called. Are you in a position to hurt yourself right now? Yes. Okay. Why don't you talk to me about how you're feeling, and I'll just listen. Okay.
A message from the Government of Canada.
Welcome back to Gen Y.
When we think of safety, we usually think of the police. But today we learn that it's actually a community affair. Let's meet some youth volunteers in the Surrey L.I.F.T program.
The L.I.F.T program was started as a result of a previous program we had called L.E.A.P. As we all know, individuals within the schools have to have curriculum hours for work experience, and there's very few opportunities in the community where they are given this opportunity to fulfill those curriculum hours. So we have students who come in and they get to experience our traffic safety program, office, so they get to learn about office experiences, as well as going out and doing our community safety tours within 5 hubs within the city of Surrey.
I was interested in law enforcement, but I didn't know what to do with it. Also, I was terrified of finding volunteer hours. And I got introduced to the L.I.F.T program because of my coordinators and my counselors at the school that introduced me to something that I was somewhat into criminology.
This program is designed for all students.
It is geared towards people wanting to go in law enforcement, but I would say that the program is good for anyone who just wants a boost in their resume, or it's overall is just a great networking opportunity. You meet great people, you'll broaden your horizons. Even if you're not going into law enforcement, it's great to just have on the resume just to show that you did give back to the community.
It's really good to get volunteer hours. You're only obligated to show up once a week for a certain number of hours, so it's not too hard to do, like to fit into a regular schedule, because I know that a lot of kids are dealing with other things.
There are several important tasks for the L.I.F.T volunteers to perform in the community.
Some of the programs we have is the foot tour program, which is essentially the regular program that we have. Volunteers go out and patrol parts of Surrey. We also have the bicycle one, the bicycle version of that. Same thing, you're just on a bicycle patrolling, reporting crime. And then we also do something called special events. You'll see us at like the Vasaki Parade, you'll see us at like Surrey Fusion Festival, the Children's Festival. Our presence is pretty much all over Surrey. What we do at those special events, we'll do anything from parking duty, patrolling around to make sure everyone's being safe, and general community engagement.
Specifically on foot tours, we have a thing that are called audits. And what we do is that we look at vehicles and check the vehicle, decal, is there anything inside, are the windows down? And we just see if there's anything that could be stolen. Garage opener, oh God. Bag, shopping bag. We usually tell the owner of the car through our little audit book and put it on their window, like if they have anything in there. One of the major things is a garage opener. We usually look for that because if someone is able to find one, if you have your insurance and where your house is, someone will be able to break into your house.
We go in and around the rec centers, the library. We observe and report on activities. We've actually been actively involved in identifying individuals who have overdosed in the community and call them emergency responders. We've found stolen vehicles within the community.
For the youth volunteers, the experience is invaluable.
It's been a great experience, honestly. I've bonded really closely with everyone. It's almost like we're a big family. It's great for networking. And overall, I would say, even if you're not looking into law enforcement, it's a great career booster. Just employers looking at your resume and seeing that you have spent time in the community, giving back to the community, and overall making the community a better place, it shows a lot in my opinion.
The L.I.F.T program was fun. I met a lot of cool people at my volunteering place, and I got a wide variety of different activities that I could participate in. I have about 325 hours of volunteer experience with Newton Foot Tours, but overall I got to meet a lot of cool people. I got to just have a great experience overall, and my little volunteer experience that I needed for school just expanded a lot.
We've had several of our volunteers go into CBSA, Canadian Border Services Agency, as well as we've had one who is now a parole officer. It gives students an opportunity to see what it's like, how this could evolve into a career opportunity in the future.
Karen acknowledges the importance of the incredible community support.
Last year, Coast Capital gave us a grant to introduce this program to include the youth at risk. This year, we presented this program to the City of Surrey, and they've increased our grant by another $15,000 so we could keep the program going. Without grants and without support from the community, these programs would not exist. So overall, we've had TELUS, Coast Capital, now the City of Surrey, who have funded this program. If you're looking at the L.I.F.T program specifically, reach out to your counselors in high school and talk to them and say that you're really interested in maybe participating in this program, not only for students who are exceeding well in school, but also students who are not necessarily doing that well and need some support, because we have so many amazing volunteers who support us, and we can actually team them up with a mentor, and that would be a great opportunity for them to maybe build their morale and build some self-esteem around that as well.
It's reassuring to know that there are caring teens in the L.I.F.T program looking out for our communities. And what an interesting way to get volunteer experience. This is Maddie, signing out for Gen Y.
Gen Y is brought to you by Options Community Services.